There's a famous quote by a former president of General Motors, and what he said was, "What's good for GM is good for America." But my question is it? Does financial success for a nation always mean the country's better off? Do you know what one of the greatest economic miracles in history was? It was Germany between World War I and World War II. Before the Nazis took over in 1933, 6 million Germans were unemployed. The German economy had collapsed. Germany had no international credit rating, and they were almost bankrupt from World War I reparations. Factories were closed, benefits were cut, and hyperinflation was out of control. But did you know that within 3 years of Adolf Hitler taking over, everything changed? Unemployment went from 5 million to zero. Massive construction projects were completed, like the new autobahns between major cities, which stimulated the German car industry to build more cars, which then employed more people. In fact, the Nazis sponsored major building programs which constructed football stadiums and housing projects, along with planting new forests. The Third Reich even sponsored a new car manufacturer named Volkswagen to provide cheap cars for the German people. Turns out the Beetle was Hitler's favorite car. And big business in Germany was happy to cooperate with the Nazis. Hugo Boss, which is now a luxury fashion brand, used slave labor to outfit the German Army, Navy, and Air Force with uniforms. The family that owned BMW were admirers of Hitler, and they collaborated with his regime. Bayer, the aspirin company, it used to be part of IG Farben, which was the chemical conglomerate that produced the poisonous chemicals used in the Holocaust. So I'll leave it to you to decide whether the German business miracle was worth it. Now this brings us to the present. Okay, in last year's presidential election, almost all the tech billionaires lined up to support Donald Trump because they believed he was better for tech startups than Biden or Harris, and he probably was. In other words, their philosophy was, what's good for Silicon Valley is good for America. Let's see how that turns out.